What's up, K Block, and welcome to the block if you're new to my channel. It's your girl Kaytlyn, and I am here to talk about my experience as an entrepreneur in college and just talk about a little bit about the program that I was in and my experience, and kind of reflect on how I am dealing with that after being done with the program. So I am in a program, one of the nationally ranked programs in the US for entrepreneurship, and I always knew I wanted to do entrepreneurship throughout high school, and I was even more interested after attending a summer session at the college that I go to that talked about the entrepreneurship program that they had and E-Day. So I'm going to talk about some of these things that our program does a little bit, and I just probably need to explain first what E-Day is. So E-Day is literally when all the entrepreneurship students, I'm so sorry if you guys hear noise in my background, all the entrepreneurship students that are seniors, they end up presenting their business plans at the end of the year to a board of alumni or just credible people within business, and then those individuals determine whether or not the students pass with a degree in entrepreneurship. So it is literally the only pass or fail major at my university, and that is very scary in itself. Taking on a challenge like that, it's very scary, to say the least. It came with a lot of pressure. So we work on our plans for 2 years, and so all of junior year and senior year we're developing ideas and plans, and then in April you present your plan. So that's what E-Day is. We present our plans, our financials, and all of that. So my overall experience being an entrepreneurship student, I want to first and foremost say that you see a lot of ugly in this major before you see the pretty. And that's just with probably any entrepreneur. Like, it comes with a lot of risk taking, which comes with a lot of stress and anxiety. And I can say that before college, I did not deal with stress and anxiety to the extent that I've dealt with it in college. Like, it has definitely been something that has changed my life in a way. It's just it was a lot of sleepless nights. It was a lot of hard work. It's not a major that you want to come into slacking off or with the mindset that you can just cruise by. So that's number one. It came with a lot of stress and anxiety, sleepless nights. My advisor literally has become like one of the most important, special people in my life, because she's also the assistant director for the program, and she literally is amazing. She knows who she is, and she'll be watching this video. Love you, Crystal. But she has been amazing. Like, this process wouldn't have been able to be done without her. In my humblest way, I say that she's literally an angel sent from heaven. I think that this program came with a lot of challenges as well. Like, I saw like people that were my classmates for 2 years or a year and a half or 3 semesters drop at the last minute, and it gave me so much anxiety and sadness, because I'm like, hey, we've all been in this together. Like, I don't quite know how many people we started off with, but I do know that we ended with 10, and we started with at least over 20 people. So we had people drop, or people that just didn't get to make it to the final semester in this program and in this major, and that caused a lot of stress too, because you're like, oh, those people deserve to get a chance or to work, but some people didn't. They didn't believe in themselves, they didn't believe in the work, or they just weren't willing to put in the work. So that was scary as well. I definitely had moments where I considered dropping and taking on a full Spanish major, because I love Spanish as well, but I persevered, and I'm very proud of myself for that. So let's talk about E-Day. E-Day was April 8th this year, and I was presenting my business, which I don't know if you guys know, but if you don't know now, you're gonna know that my business is IKEA Kaytlyn's Design, and short term, my acronym is IKD. I go by IKD, shop IKD. And if you guys can't see my background, I know it's a little blurry because it's in aperture mode, the camera, but I make jewelry. And so that is my business. I make handmade jewelry and I customize jewelry. And so with my business, I had to really make sure that I was convincing the judges and the board, the people who would be determining whether I graduate, that my business is a business and not a hobby. And though I definitely feel like my business is a business and not a hobby, a lot of people don't respect handmade jewelers for some reason, which I'll get into that later. Well, not even in this video, because I can definitely do a video of the difference between a hobby and a business, and if that's something you guys are interested in, I'll be happy to do a video about that. But I had to make sure that I was convincing them, because they saw it as something that, yeah, I was passionate about, but can you really make money? Can you handle the demand? Even though I've been doing this. So it was kind of hard not to get a little big-headed in moments where I felt like they weren't understanding the capacity to which I've put in the work. But yeah, I had to really make sure that I was convincing them, because I mean, the job, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think. If it was up to me, of course I would get my degree and not worry about what anybody else has to say, but that's not the case. And I did have a lot of respect for the people that were judging me. Keep in mind, I also had an 80-page business plan that I wrote to go along with my presentation. So this is work that we've been doing for well over 2 years, as well as financials, like a full set of Excel financials, from balance sheet to statement of cash flows and income statement, revenue calculation, forecast. Like, I'm talking about everything that you can imagine. We have been working on it. So I presented all this information, and it was very scary to know that at one point I definitely believed that I was not going to pass, because some of the questions that I was getting asked during question and answer were questions that, one, I hadn't thought about. The questions that I thought they would ask me, they didn't ask me. So I had to like really pull stuff like from like, okay, first of all, what are they trying to ask me, and how can I answer this without BSing an answer? Because honestly, they don't want to hear you try to make something up. Like, they want the truth. So like, I had been missing something in my cost of goods sold, on my financials, and I immediately realized that once they start asking some of the questions that they had, and I was feeling like I was screwed. Like, we did this virtually, so it's kind of weird to explain, but I'm not gonna go into detail about how that was. It's just, it was a lot. I got put on hold once for like 20 minutes. They came back, asked me a question, a scenario. I answered that the best I could. They put me on hold for like 2 minutes, and then they came back and told me I passed. So immediately after they told me I passed, I definitely didn't feel any, I kind of breathed, but I was like, okay, I can breathe now. But it didn't like really click to me that I had passed right away. Now that it's over, it's been about a week and a half since E-Days, and I have had time to really reflect. At first, I was not happy because I felt like I didn't want to hear that I was like on the verge of not passing. That never feels good, to know that the way that you answer questions are going to determine whether or not you pass, because they don't understand, or they don't see how you see things. But I am very confident now, and I'm very proud of myself, because one thing that I am very sure of is that I did work my butt off this entire time. I was not lazy, and I was not a slacker. And I feel like, for me, that's the most important thing, knowing that I put in my best and that I learned, and I know what I need to work on moving forward. I think that's very valuable to me, and no one can take that away from me. So I earned my degree. I definitely did earn my degree. I just definitely want to shout out all of my family and friends who have been with me through this whole entire process, because they know, like, I was calling, especially, gosh, between my mom and my boyfriend, like, I was always calling them like, yo, I'm going through, like, I can't, like, today is rough, like, or like my friends know that, like, my social time was getting cut down drastically. Like, I couldn't really hang out because I was so worried about my plan and getting my plan done and all that jazz. But thank you guys, my family and friends who were watching. Thank you guys if you guys were one of the people that I reached out to, or just if you support me in general. Thank you for being support throughout college. I definitely appreciate it. I think that's all I really want to say about eating in my program, unless you guys have specific questions, or you guys want like a question and answer video, like, let me know in the comments. Next steps for IKD. As you guys can see, I got some products in the background. I will, now that I am graduating and we are in quarantine and there's not much that I can do or places that I can go, I will be extensively taking photos of my products that I have. I will be making products, and I will be uploading them to my website, which my website is shopikd.com. And though it is not live right now for purchasing, I would make sure that you guys are following my social medias, which are IKEA Kaytlyn's Design, and that way you can know when my website is going live. And my business has a giveaway coming up this week, so make sure that you guys are following, because that giveaway is a little juicy. You might get something nice if you follow the giveaway rules. So just be on the lookout for some big things coming from IKD. If you guys want a video of like a day in the life of my entrepreneurship lifestyle, let me know. I can definitely do that video as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys would subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment. Definitely comment what you want to see. I don't know unless you guys tell me. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.